Hi guys! The story of father and son. Father and son are sitting side by side on a bench in the yard. The father is old, and the son is a teenager. The boy is reading a newspaper in his hand. Father was thinking while looking at the garden. Once a sparrow landed on a tree branch. The father asked his son, "What is this?" He asked. The boy raised his head and saw the sparrow, then looked at his father and said, "Sparrow," and continued reading the newspaper. After a while, another sparrow came and landed. The father pointed to the sparrow again. "What is it?" he said. The young man's neck stiffened. "Did I say sparrow?" Jerkiganamo said in a tone and read his newspaper. After a while, another sparrow came and landed. "Father, what is it?" he said. The boy crumpled up the newspaper and looked at his father like an arrow. "What kind of person are you, Dad? Do you understand, don't you?" "I said sparrow, chuak. Do you understand now?" he shouted. The father fell in love with his son and was humiliated. Then he got up and started to leave. The boy was nervous. "Where?" "Take your seat," he shouted. The father looked at his son and said, "You sit down, I'll go out now," and went into the house. The dream came back after a while. He had a notebook in his hand. It was his father's diary, and he used to write down some events from his youth. When his son was 3 years old, he wrote down a story. After looking through that place, he handed it to his son and said. The boy started reading. "My 3-year-old son and I were sitting in the garden when a sparrow came and landed on a tree. My son is a father to me. What is this?" he asked. "I am a sparrow," I said. Another sparrow came and landed. "What is it, Dad?" he asked again. "I am a sparrow," I said. When the third sparrow landed on the tree, my son repeated his question for the third time. I gave the same answer. With that, every time a sparrow landed, my son kept asking me, and I kept answering. Every time he asked, I would caress my son, hold him in my arms, kiss his face and forehead. If I counted, my son asked me 23 times. I also answered 23 times without melting. The young man's hand was shaking as he finished the story. Finally, he closed the notebook and put it next to him. Asta got up and hugged his father and said, "Dad, forgive me. I was stupid. I exceeded my limit. I forgot who I am. You opened my eyes. Forgive me," he said. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, let me know in the comments. Hi guys! The shoe seller was placing his new goods on the counter. A boy on the street was watching him. The boy approached the counter while the seller placed his items among the goods towards the window. Although the boy was leaning on crutches, he looked fresh. The seller glanced at him. The left leg of his trousers was hanging from his knee. One leg is missing. The boy gazed at the shoes on display for a while, then walked away from the store. The seller rushed out and said, "Boy!" he called. "Were you planning to buy shoes? There are great shoes to suit you." The boy turned to him. "The shoes are really beautiful," he smiled. "But my leg is lame from birth. I don't think it's important." The seller rushed out. There is no such thing as a complete person in this world. Some have no arms, some have no legs. Someone else will not have a mind, someone will not have a conscience. The boy remained silent. And the seller continued. "I wish we had no legs until we had a conscience." The boy was surprised. Approaching the seller, "I do not understand," he said. "So, boy," said the seller, "we cannot be human without our conscience. If we don't have legs, we can be human. It is not the body, but the character that shows a person. The unscrupulous will not enter heaven. As for those who have no legs, they will be freed from this defect in heaven. Even people with physical disabilities may deserve more rewards than healthy people." The boy smiled once more. The sufferings he suffered until today seemed to disappear. The seller points to the counter. Now you see, the shoes suit you. Would you like to wear it? He said. The boy shook his head no. $30 is written on it. I can't get it. Now it's the season, so I'll make it a little cheaper. I can take it down to $20. You will take a leg of it. So, $10 is enough for a pair of shoes. The boy thought for a while. The other leg is useless. Who will get it? He said. Abba, you're talking too much, laughed the seller. I will sell it to a child without a right leg. The boy's heart seemed to calm down a little. From the seller. Do you go to school? He asked. I finished the 2nd grade. I went to the 3rd. Then it's even better, said the seller. We'll give you a $5 discount for being a student. $5 left. So, the shoes are yours. I sold it. The salesman entered the store amidst the boy's squeals of amazement. He took the shoes that the boy liked from the counter. He put the boy on the chair and put on new shoes, showing his old shoes to the boy. I sold my product, he said. I would be happy if you would also sell me these shoes. Are you kidding me? The boy squealed and laughed. His soul is eaten away, if it is an old shoe. Is it worth the money? You are retarded, my little friend, laughed the seller. You don't know anything about antiques. The older the antique, the higher its price. That's why I think your shoes cost $30 or $40. The boy seemed to be dreaming. Glancing at the bills in the seller's hands, which were trembling with excitement, he pushed a $10 bill. I think $20 is enough. Now is the season. The seller did not refuse his words, took back the $10 and kissed the boy on the cheek. The salesman couldn't fit inside. Even if he sold all the goods in the store in one day, he would not be as happy as he is now. The boy slowly got up. It was as if he didn't even need crutches. He said with a sad smile, My father is right. Never regret your body defect. They said, Today, for the first time, I did not regret my mistake. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, tell me in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Hi guys! Today I will tell you a story about rich and poor. There were 2 friends, one very rich and one poor. One day, a rich man and his wife went to eat at a restaurant, where a drunk man made fun of the rich man's wife. Seeing this, the rich man stabbed the man to death. When his poor friend heard about this, he ran to the restaurant, took it all upon himself, and got locked up. A few years later, several criminals escaped from that prison, including our poor friend. He didn't know that it was dangerous to go home. He went to the rich friend to ask for help, but the rich friend kicked him out of the door. Not knowing what to do, the poor man decided to sleep at the station. 2 hours later, an old man came and said to the poor man, My child, can't you look at this bag? I will come right away. The poor man took the bag in front of him and started waiting for the old man. But the old man did not come. In the morning, the poor man curiously opened the bag and found it full of money. Knowing that the poor old man would not return, he began to use the money. He bought a house and a car, so he became rich. One day, a young girl came to her house and said to her, Please, if you give me a place in your house, I will help you with your housework, but if I don't get money, don't refuse. The poor man agreed. After some time, the poor still fell in love with his servant and they started a wedding. He also invited his rich friend to the wedding. At the wedding, his friend, who was drunk a lot, took the microphone and said, My friend, do you remember when you escaped from prison and drove me home when you came to my house? There was a policeman at my house. That's why I drove you away? Do you remember the old man gave you a bag at the station? That girl was my father. A girl came to your house as a servant. That is, she will be my sister. You spared my life for you, my friend. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, tell me in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Hi guys! Today I will tell you a story about the father and the orphan girl. One day, the father came home full of life. There was a commotion in his house. His 4 children came running and jumped into his arms. The father's eyes fell on the little girl who was standing in the doorway of the other room. The girl was an orphan of a distant relative. "Dad," said the youngest son. Father gave him chocolate. "Dad, it's me," the little girl said and got her share. "Dad," said the 3rd child. He didn't get lost either. "Dad," said the eldest son. Unaware that the guest girl came to his house, the father held the chocolate in his hand, stopped for a breath and looked at his son, an orphan girl. In this place, an orphan girl beckoned to an older girl. He whispered in her ear. The eldest daughter came and said to her father, "My friend, can I call your dad Dad too? He is asking." Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, tell me in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Hi guys! Today I will tell you a story about the reward of a good deed. A woman who works in a meat factory went to check the refrigerators after work, and the door accidentally closed and she got stuck inside the freezer. The woman screamed at the top of her voice and asked for help. She kicked the refrigerator door and cried, but no one heard and came to help. All the workers went home because the working time was over. After a couple of hours, the guard who was standing next to the door opened the refrigerator door. The woman was surprised and asked the guard, "How did you know I was locked in the fridge? Is it not your job to inspect the factory? I have been working here for 35 years. How many people come here, but not one of them notices that I stand under the door and watch them come and go. It's as if I'm a non-existent person to them. But you greet me every morning and evening. You say goodbye. I feel that I am a human being only because you asked me how I am. In the morning, you greeted me and went to work, but I didn't see you say goodbye after work, so I brought a message that maybe something happened inside," he said. Dear viewers, if you liked my story, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, tell me in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Hi guys! Today I will tell you a story about Confident Frog. A group of frogs were traveling through the forest when 2 of them fell into a deep pit. When the other frogs gathered around the pit and saw how deep it was, they told the 2 frogs that there was no hope for them to help them, that no one could save them anymore. However, the 2 frogs decided not to pay attention to what the others said, and they kept trying to jump out of the pit. Despite their best efforts, the frogs at the top of the pit still shouted that they should give up, explaining that they could never do it. Finally, one of the frogs listened to the others and gave up and fell down to die. The other frog continued to jump with all his might. Again the crowd of frogs shouted at him to stop the pain and give up and just die. He jumped out of the pit even harder and finally caught himself. When he came out, the other frog said, "Didn't you hear us?" The frog explained to them that he was deaf. He thought his friends were encouraging him the whole time. Conclusion: people's words can have a great impact on other people's lives. Think about what you say before it comes out of your mouth. It could just be the difference between life and death. And if someone tells you that you can't do it, that person is only expressing his opinion based on himself. Only you know what's inside of you, believe it, and always prove it to those who say you can't. Dear viewers, if you liked my stories, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, tell me in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Hi guys! Do you know how ancient hunters trapped monkeys? A father asked his son. Instead of chasing them up a tree or shooting them from below, they would place a heavy glass container with a narrow neck containing the monkey's favorite food on the ground. Then they retreat and hide, waiting for the animal to approach. And the monkey comes to the glass container and reaches into the container, fists the food and tries to pull it out. However, the narrow neck of the bottle prevents the poor monkey from reaching for it. He pulls and pulls, but to no avail. It was impossible to remove his hand from the jar without dropping the food. The monkey does not want to let go of the food, to leave the dinner, and continues to move. Then the hunters approach and catch the monkey themselves. Don't be like that monkey, the father tells his son. You have to know when to fight in life and when to quit, when to move on, and when to let go of what's holding you back in order to grow as a person. Conclusion: sometimes you have to give up what you have in order to achieve something better in the future. Don't let stubbornness be your downfall. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, let me know in the comments. Hi guys! Today I will tell you a story about rope and elephant. One day a gentleman was walking through an elephant camp and noticed that the elephants were not kept in cages or chained. What prevented them from escaping the camp was a small piece of rope tied to one of their legs. As the man stared at the elephants, he wondered why the elephants did not use their strength to break the rope and escape from the camp. They could have easily done that, but instead they didn't try at all. Curious and wanting to know the answer, he asked a nearby trainer why the elephants just stood there and never tried to escape. Elephant trainer: when they are very young and quite small, we use the same size rope to tie them up, and at this age, this small rope is enough to hold them. When they are young, they try hard to break this rope, but in the end they believe that they cannot break the rope and escape. Even when they grow up, they believe that they are inseparable. They believe that the rope is holding them, so they never try to break free. The only reason the elephants can't escape the camp is because over time they've accepted the idea that it's impossible. Bottom line: no matter how much the world tries to hold you back, keep believing that whatever you want to achieve is possible. Believing that you will succeed is the most important step in achieving it. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, tell me in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Hi guys! Today I will tell you a story about the difference between a wise man and a fool. There lived a wise man on the mountainside. He was very poor. One day a young man came to him. "Show me the difference between a wise man and a fool," he said to the wise man. He looked at the wise man for a while. Then, with his hand, he showed the stones that had fallen from the rock at a certain distance. "These stones will help you in this. Carry them to the top of the cliff." The young man said yes and went to work. Then he got blistered and sweaty and was busy carrying these stones for a long time. When he finally finished, he came. "I'm done," he said. "But I can't understand anything. Why did I transport them? How can he answer my question?" "This is the difference between a fool and a wise man," said the wise man. A smart person would have thought about this before transporting the stone. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, tell me in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Hi guys! Today I will tell you a story about the herdsman's wish. A herdsman lost one of his calves while tending the herd. He looked for cabbage, but did not find it. "Oh, God Zeus," he said, "if I find the thief who stole my calf, I will slaughter a goat for you." Then he walked and accidentally entered a thick forest and saw a lion mauling his lost calf. He was very afraid of this. He stretched out his 2 hands to the sky again. "Oh, Zeus, I promised to sacrifice a goat if I found the thief, but I changed my mind. Now if I can save my life from this thief, I will sacrifice an ox for you." Conclusion: everything you look for may not turn out as you imagine. Never look for something you'll regret finding. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, tell me in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Hi guys! Today I will tell you a story about twin snowflakes. 2 snowflakes were falling side by side from the sky. "It's so good to fly, right?" asked one of them. "No," answered the other. "We are not flying, we are falling. But soon we will land and become a whole layer with our brothers. What if? We will die in the past, they will trample us. We will not be trampled. Think that when the days are warm, we will turn into flowing water. We can even flow to the river." "Not at all. We will turn into water. Even if we reach it, we will turn into muddy water and disappear in vain." They reached the ground with such care. Then both of them met the fate of their imagination. Small stories, but we hope that people will be able to draw the necessary conclusions for themselves. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, let me know in the comments. Hi guys! Today I will tell you a love story. A boy is flying a motorcycle at high speed. "Girl, please, I'm afraid, stop." Boy, "No, it's really fun." Girl, "I don't see the fun side. Please slow down." Boy, "Tell me, do you love me?" Girl, "Yes, I love you." "Stop now." Boy, "Now hug me tight and close your eyes." The girl did what the boy said. After some time, the young man spoke to the girl again. "Take off the one on my head and put it on yourself. He's interrupting me." The next day, an article appeared in the newspapers. The motorcycle lost control and crashed near a 4-story building. It's unfortunate. One of the 2 people on the motorcycle survived the incident. The incident happened like this. Halfway there, the young man realized that the brake of the motorcycle had failed. He asked her to tell her lover one last time that she loves him and to try harder. To put on the iron helmet on his head in order to protect the girl from death in exchange for his life. Forced. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, let me know in the comments. Hello guys! Today I will tell you a story about the famous sea explorer Christopher Columbus. There were many people who envied Christopher Columbus, the discoverer of the new continent. Where there is envy, there is definitely gossip. Once the sailor entered the pumpkin house, a group of almazadas were again throwing stones at Columbus's garden. What does it mean to swim across the sea and go to land? We can do it too. Christopher goes to the table where they are sitting and asks the owner of the tavern not to cook a single piece. He asks for eggs. Gentlemen, you are brave and wise. There is no doubt about it. Come on, that's it. Let the eggs stand up. No matter how hard a group of gossipers try, they can't do it. That's it, let's do it. They finally say. When Columbus takes the egg, he slowly delivers it and hits it on the table. 3 parts of an egg. It will be a little wobbly and it will stay upright. The gossipers who are waiting for an emergency suddenly shout. Well, is that the case? We can do it too. That's right, the famous sailor answers. Only after Columbus. Conclusion. In life, such people are busy arguing that they can do something easy, even if they are unable to do it. Every job has its own difficulties. Don't rush to express your opinion. Hello friends, today I will tell you a story about a farmer and a demon. In ancient times, there was a djinn on the shores of Storybrooke. One day, his master passed away, and Djinn was released. He has never lived independently and freely. On his way, he came across a farmer who was working in the field. He was running around sweating. The demon took pity on the farmer. It's difficult for people, grandfather farmer. He said, to find a piece of bread and fill their bellies, they sweat until tomorrow is early and night is late. Work is not as hard as you think. You also knew how sweet it is when you work hard and eat bread. They say that work is pleasure. If you don't believe it, you can try it yourself, said the farmer. Djinn was interested. The farmer tried to catch a fish to see if he was cheating on me. He turned into a human form, bought a net from the market and went to the river. Djinn, who had never fished in his life, managed to catch 4 big fish. However, he did not know how to cook the fish he caught. He went to the farmer again. Together, they gathered firewood and cooked fish on fire. Then they put it in the middle and eat together. Oh, if only there weren't so many sweet dishes. I have never eaten such delicious fish before. Indeed, what is earned by hard work is sweet. You did not deceive me. Now I always earn my bread by hard work, said Djinn, grateful to the farmer. Because when you work, you move, your blood flows. The person who takes action will also have healthy skin, said the farmer. Months have passed since then. Djinn began to live contentedly, earning bread and happiness from his work, as the farmer had taught him. He made friends among the fishermen. Every day, life seems interesting and meaningful to him. He realized that it is better to work and live than to be a slave to people and fulfill their absurd wishes. He also likes to work hard and then relax. Andy decided to never turn into a djinn again. One day he went fishing again. As soon as he threw a net into the water, a goldfish was caught in it. Oh man, have mercy on my soul. Make your wish come true, as the golden fish bowed. Be healthy. I don't need anything from you. Let the blue waves swim playfully, said the djinn, surprising the goldfish. He had never heard such a thing from a human being. Don't you have a wish? If not for yourself, ask for your child and then don't regret it, said the goldfish to find out how true his words are. Hey, goldfish, I don't have children. Even if there was, I would teach them to work. Don't eat my sorrow. If you knew how much pleasure it is to work and earn bread, you wouldn't trade this pleasure for anything, said Djinn. Contribution from the story. A person who loves work does not look for wealth that will disappear. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, let me know in the comments. Hello friends, today I will tell you a story about Jerry the lazy ant. Once upon a time there was an ant named Jerry. His brothers are very hardworking. Jerry, on the other hand, loves to dream, eat well and sleep very much. While his brothers were working tirelessly, Jerry was resting under a plant. One day, he was gently swaying on a green leaf as if lying on a swing, thinking about the blessing he had heard from his mother. At that moment, an old ant appeared from somewhere. Jerry stood up straight. "Hello, grandfather," he said. "And by, bless you," said the old ant, patting Jerry on the shoulder. "I'm going to be a wizard, Grandpa. If you wish, tell me, I will make it happen." Jerry was happy to have such an opportunity. "Grandfather, my brothers and sisters have done what they have to do, and they won't let me rest either. I am tired of looking for blessings from morning till night. I can't find it anyway. Rather than that, if I sleep all day long on the petals of an elegant flower, the grains of blessings themselves will come to me in search of me," he said. The old ant thought, and then, "Okay, you can stay as long as you want," he said and disappeared. So Jerry began to live as he wanted. As soon as he thinks about food, he receives blessings, favorite bread, and sweets. Jerry eats them until he's full, rubs his belly and sleeps on his side, saying how good it is, and he's getting fat. After days, Jerry got tired of idleness. A soft flower petal began to feel as hard as a stone. He lost his appetite. He is bored of loneliness. He misses his parents and siblings. Sharda got up and went home. He saw that the door was locked. Jerry knocked on the door with all his might. "Who is he?" asked the guard ant. "I am Jerry." "Do not open the door. There is no place for lazy people in our family." The shrill voice of the mother ant was heard from inside. Jerry was scared, begged, and cried. The mother ant took pity and allowed to enter. The guard ant opened the door. Jerry couldn't fit through the door because he was fat. As he tried to enter with all his might, the door suddenly broke. Everyone shouted, "Wow!" Fortunately, the door fell to the outside, and no one was hurt by the ants. Jerry was very embarrassed. "Forgive me," he said, bowing his head. "I am truly an ant. From today I will give up laziness." The ants quickly fixed the door. Then everyone went to work. Jerry followed them out into the street and set to work. He searched for a long time and could not find anything except wood. As he was walking in sadness, he saw a grain of wheat lying on the side of the road. Jerry's eyes sparkled with joy and he screamed, "Wow, this blessing is a grain of wheat." He smelled the grain to his heart's content, and his strength gained strength. "My mother rightly said that he who seeks will surely find," thought Jerry, and went on his way, carrying the grain. When his friends saw him, they said, "Look, Jerry has found a magical blessing. Bless you, Jerry, come, we'll help you." The happy ants carried the blessed grain and went to their nests. That day there was a big celebration in the family of ants. Jerry is happy with his heart that he is becoming a real hardworking ant. Dear viewers, if you like it, leave your opinion in the comment section and share it with others. If you want more stories like this, let me know in the comments.